Hello everyone, and welcome to The Save Point. Save Point is a podcast that wants to bring Bible-based reviews on video games. We will be judging on two main criteria, the quality of the game and the content of the game. Both will be scored on a scale of 1 to 5. Today's game we are looking at is Star Wars Republic Commando. Now just imagine for me Halo, but Star Wars, but specifically Halo 2. That's a pretty good approximation of how this game feels, and it feels good. You're running around as a commando, clone commando, voiced by Tamora Morrison, who played Jango Fett in Episode 2, and Boba Fett in Book of Boba Fett. It's a Star Wars nerd dream come true. This game was released March 1st, 2005, so just under 2 months before Episode 3 came out. And so, this game is almost 20 years old at the time of writing. Hopefully they'll do something for the 20th anniversary in 2025. Anyway, onto the game. Star Wars Republic Commando starts out with the best opening score when you open it up. It just smacks you in the face. It's called Vode On. V-O-D-E space A-N. And it's even better than the Halo opening theme, in my opinion. I know. You start off with this opening cinematic going over the clone training process, and you meet yourself and your squad. You are Boss, the leader of the squad, and you have 3 squad mates. Fixer, the technical specialist, Scorch, the demolitions expert, and Sev, the sniper. My favorite is Scorch. He just makes jokes and makes wisecracks the entire time. I'm going to leave out the finer points of the story, because this game is one where discovering it for yourself is far more than I can portray just telling you about it. The way the game is broken up is very different from other games. Instead of missions, the game is broken up into 3 locations and then broken down into different phases. The first location is at the Battle of Geonosis, as shown in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. The location is broken up into 5 segments, and that can be broken up further to each and every little mission set that you go through during a level. The game holds your hand during the tutorial. The tutorial actually has a name in this one. It's called Extreme Prejudice. 2005 was just different. You meet up with different members of your squad and then go on to assassinate a Geonosian leader called Sun Fac. The enemies you encounter are very different from those we see in the movies. Battle droids, even B1s, are big and clunky. The super battle droids, or SBDs, will be a nightmare. What I tend to do with them is just take a sniper and just lay in rounds till they're dead. It's expensive, but it works. You also fight Geonosians. During this, the regular soldiers are fine, they're squishy, they're bugs, but the elites are so annoying. They fly around with these giant lasers. Those things are flying tanks with lasers bigger than you are, and I had to take a break multiple times because I kept getting squad wiped. It's so annoying. The second location you go to is an Acclimator class ship called the Prosecutor. It went missing with crucial information, and you are sent to retrieve it. The squad enters through different places and tries to find out what happened to the ship. This was the scariest part of the game for me. It was terrifying. You go through these dark passageways and get attacked by these droids that stick to your face and drain all your health. The button for the game gave you to use to fix them just didn't work, so I just died every time one latched on. You eventually find out that it was the Trandoshans who sabotaged and are in control of the ship. You fight all of them, you get a really nice buckshot shotgun, which they somehow snuck into the Star Wars universe, and you just run around shooting Trandoshans with it. It's a good time. But you find out that the Trandoshans are there to sell information to the Separatists. You clear out all the Trandoshans, but then the Separatists show up. So you have to go in and defend the ship from boarding pods, and then turn on the guns of the ship to then blow up the Separatists. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful sight. The third campaign location is on Kashyyyk. Can't say too much because there's a lot of spoilers that you don't want spoiled unless you play the game, but you're sent there to rescue the Wookiee leader Tarful. The Wookiees in the game are big, but he is huge. The only spoiler I'm giving is that General Grievous is seen on Kashyyyk, and he is menacing. You fight one of his guards, and it is so hard. He does more flips than Yoda during the fight. Star Wars Commando does have multiplayer, but it's dead. There's no one playing it. You would have to set up your own local IP address and get a group of friends together to have any sort of lobby going. It has several modes, including Capture the Flag and Deathmatch. Basically anything you would imagine Halo would have, it has. I'd tell you how it is to play, but I've never been able to play around with other people. It's not that fun to do it by yourself, I will say. But Star Wars Republic Commando is a hidden gem for 2000 games. It's a lot of fun today. Graphics leave a bit to be desired, and the camera shake can be insane. But other than that, it's the best Star Wars campaign I've ever played. Now onto the rating. For its quality, Star Wars Republic Commando came out in 2005, so you can't really judge the textures by today's standards. They still hold up pretty well in my opinion, look exactly like Halo 2. And my immersion was held during all of it, despite some rough patches. The dialogue is really good and made me laugh a lot, thank you Scorch. The story is really well put together and it's a lot of fun, and as you discover it, it just is a magical journey. As magical as it can be running around blowing stuff up. Cons. The game came out in 2005. There's no getting around it. The camera shake when something exploded was insane. I'd be aiming at a droid head like a Droideka Super Battle Droid B1, and then the crosshair would just be at my feet because it just moves. It's not this little shake, it just shifts your entire point of view. Really annoying, I died a few times because of it, but what you gonna do? It's part of the game. Part of the charm, I should say. But still, for quality, I give it a 5 out of 5. The game came out almost 20 years ago. Give it some grace. As for the content, the game is so much fun and so immersive. You need to learn how to use your squad effectively, or else you're gonna fail. If you just leave them behind and just go do what you want to do, you won't win the level. Trust me. Cons. The game is based in the Clone Wars, so there's a lot of fighting and killing, but it's droids half the time. Depends on what you think. When you're close to an enemy and you kill them, you get this little spike that comes out of your hand and kills them. And it spurts blood or oil onto your heads-up display, and it just kind of has a windshield wiper that gets it off. If that's too much for you, just letting you know now. For content, I gotta give it a 2 out of 5. That brings the overall rating to a 3.5 out of 5. As for my personal thoughts, Star Wars Republic Commando is so much fun. You get to play with some very fun characters. And if you're curious, these characters do appear in the Clone Wars TV show. Season 3, Episode 14. I think it has something to do with the whole Savage Opress. Not sure, it's been a while. But if you enjoy Star Wars, then you will enjoy this game. Well, that about sums up this episode of The Save Point. I hope you all have enjoyed this episode and found its contents helpful. The Discord link is in the description. Thank you all for listening, and may the Lord bless you and give you peace.